What are we watching?
Well, it's supposed to be about the Ice Age, but all I see are talking animals and mute cavemen.
I don't think this is a documentary.
Really?
So what do you want to know about the last Ice Age?
There was more than one?
Oh yeah, and there were multiple glacial advances with each one.
Well, I do know that glaciers created most of Long Island, but I don't know what else.
Most of the topography of upstate New York?
Like what?
Road trip?
Why can't we spend a normal day together?
They stay in the park. I can do this.
This is what I wanted to show you.
Bright sunny day and she wants to look at rocks.
All right, you see all these deep grooves? This is where the ice sheet dragged loose sediment down the bedrock, creating these striations.
So we could use these scratches to, like a trail guide to show us where the glacier came from.
Right. And these go from northwest to southeast, which makes sense because the glaciers came from somewhere above Canada.
Okay, I see the scratches. Are we done now?
Nope. I have another rock.
This is not Central Park.
Nope. It's Orchard Beach. This is a better rock.
What are you doing?
A rock this big could only be moved by ice. It's called a glacial erratic, and they are found all over New York State.
How do you know it just didn't grow here?
You see the difference in composition between the erratic and the bedrock? Right. If it grew here, they'd be the same.
But why are you climbing on it?
Show everybody how big it is.
Couldn't just stand next to it.
So, this rock I'm standing on has got to be at least a couple of tons. There is no way that anything but a glacier could have had enough energy to move it. Did you get that?
Yeah.
Help me down? This is Lake Ronkonkoma, which is a perfect example of a kettle lake. Now, kettle lakes form when a piece of a retreating glacier breaks off, and then the floodwaters cover it in outwash sediment. When the ice melts, you have a lake. And they're all over Long Island.
Flood from what?
Breaking of an ice dam. The flood itself is called a yogulap.
A yo what?
Yogulap. It's Icelandic. Like that volcano. Eyjafjalla look.
Yeah, right. So, this is the highest point on Long Island? Mm-hmm. Can I see anything?
Well, this is the top of Janes Hill, which is the top of the terminal moraine, but all these trees are in the way right now.
Terminal moraine, that sounds creepy.
Terminal as in end. It's where the glaciers advance and melt at the same rate and leave a great big pile of sediment. The Twin Forks of Long Island are actually two different end moraines. First the Ronkonkoma moraine formed, then the glaciers retreated, and then they came back again, creating a Harbor Hill moraine, which is where we're standing. And the highest point is Janes Hill. All right, so you see how a lot of these sediments are unsorted?
A lot of it looks sharp and angular. That means it was left by ice?
Exactly. Why don't we come back in the wintertime when we can actually see something?
Valley glaciers are formed at high elevations and carve U-shaped valleys into areas of uplift. Where two or more valleys connect, arrêtes and peaks are formed. Drumlins are spoon-shaped hills that form when pockets of meltwater develop under the glacier. A large group usually forms together, creating a drumlin field. The tip of the drumlin points in the direction the glacier is moving. Like all glacial deposits, they are made up of unsorted sediments.
The last kind of glacial deposition isn't actually deposited by glaciers, it's carried by glacial meltwater. When the Laurentide ice sheet retreated, the meltwater washed over the terminal moraines carrying the glacial sediments, and as it did that, it sorted them and rounded them and created what we call outwash plains. So these nice sandy beaches at Jones Beach are actually glacial outwash. And this is why we have the nice well-sorted and rounded sand that we find here.
The North Shore, however, is still glacial deposit. Anything north of the terminal moraine will be unsorted glacial fill, like this beach in Port Washington, where I'm standing on cobbles and pebbles and bruising my feet.
Hey, these are the sacrifices you have to make for science.
True. I think we should demonstrate immersion.
What are you talking about?
What did you do that for?
These are the sacrifices we make for science. No leaves. That worked.
I'm cold. Let's go home.
Why are women always cold?